right? We are going to work on finding slope. I'm going to do the practice problems. The first practice problem that we're going to do is number 11 from the independent practice page. Number 11, they give you two ordered pairs, and they want you to find the steepness of the line that those 2 points create. Any 2 points on a line any 2 points on a coordinate plane, if you draw a line to connect them, it's going to form a straight line. Okay, so this is still saying what is the slope of the line. They're just giving you 2 points on the line. So without drawing the line, you should still be able to find the slope of the line that those 2 points create. Any questions about what I'm saying? Okay. All right. This was just an example. It's not the 2 points that we're getting ready to do, but that was just an example. All right. So we have negative 20. Please write this to put this in your digital interactive notebook. And negative 4. Then we have negative 12. We have negative 10. So the first thing that we do to find the slope is that we label our ordered pairs. This is x1, y1. That's the first point. This is x2, y2. This is the second point. So labeling is number 1. Number 2, you're going to write the formula and substitute the numbers into the formula. The formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now I'm going to take these numbers and plug them into this formula, simplify and reduce. All right, so here on the top, my y2 is negative 10 minus, it's a part of the formula, my y1 is negative 4. On the bottom, x2 is negative 12, minus is a part of the formula, x1 is negative 20. So now after I substitute, I simplify. So when I simplify the top, I get minus a negative, which is the same as saying plus a positive. So on the top here, I'm going to get a negative 6. On the bottom, this is the same as saying plus a plus a positive. Sorry, y'all. So here I get a positive 8. So now I'm going to reduce this fraction by dividing both the top and the bottom by negative 2. So this is going to give me negative 3 over 4. And this is my answer reduced. So my slope is a negative 3 over 4. Are there any questions? Erin, you okay, baby? Erin, you okay? Can you hear? Look at that face. What's wrong? All right now. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Anybody got any questions about this, okay? Any questions? All right. So now let's do number 10, okay? Number 10. Go back and do number 10. Should have did it first, but I didn't. All right, so we got 2 ordered pairs. We have negative 3, comma 1. We have negative 17, comma 2. Let me know if I'm moving too fast, okay? Okay, y'all? And I'll slow it down. We've already done the odd problems. I only did number 11 because some people got 11 wrong. Got it? All right. So our first step here is going to be to label. So this point is going to be x1, y1, because it's the first point. The second point we label as x2, y2. Any questions about how to label? Guys, please make sure that you cut your cameras on. Please cut your cameras on, okay? I need to be able to see your faces so I'll know if you understand and I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. Please make sure you cut your cameras on. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So now our next step is to write our formula. Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. And now we're going to substitute those numbers into the formula. So when we substitute on the top, what does that give us on the top? Jamarius, what does that give us on the top, babe? I don't know if you are there or not. I see your ceiling. We got Y2, which is 2, minus Y1, which is 1. Then on the bottom, X2, which is negative 17, minus X1, which is negative 3. Okay? What does that give us on the top, Keegan? What does that give us on the top? 1. What does that give us on the bottom, Ella M? Negative 14. Good job, babe. This is reduced or simplified, so this is our answer. Or we can write it as negative 1 over 14. Okay? Either way. As long as one of them is negative. Number 12. No, you're writing this in your notebook. In your independent practice, don't worry about putting the work there on the independent practice. We only did the odd on that sheet. So worry about just having the work for the odd on that sheet and doing this and putting this in your interactive notebook. Okay? All right. Does that make sense, babe, what I'm saying? Can you hear me? Okay, so number 12, we have negative 12 and negative 5, 0, and negative 8. So we label first. This is my first point, X1, Y1. This is my second point, X2, Y2. Any questions about labeling? Now we write the formula for finding slope or rate of change. That's M is equal to Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Okay, pause. Okay, so here I'm going to substitute. Okay, I'm going to substitute. Let some folks in. When I substitute, what am I going to put on the top? Matthew, what do I put on the top? What minus what? Other way around. What's the Y2? Very good. Okay. All right. What are we going to put, Hunter? What are we going to put on the bottom? What minus what? Very good. Okay. So when we simplify, Sanaya, what does that give us on the top, babe? What? Go ahead. Okay. So minus a negative is plus a positive. So this gives me a negative 3. Okay. All right. Let's look at the bottom. Good try, baby. Very good. Alex, what does that give me on the bottom? Remember, minus a negative is plus a positive. So that's going to give me 12. All right. So let's reduce this. When we reduce, Allison, what do we divide both the top and the bottom by so that we can reduce this fraction? Very good. 3. So our reduced fraction, Allison, is going to be what? Negative over. Very good. Okay. And that's our answer for slope. Great job. Pause for the calls real quick. All right, let's do 14. Excuse me, y'all. 14, we have negative 6 and 9. And then we have 7 and negative 9. First thing we do is label. This is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. Questions about labeling? Now we're going to write the formula. M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay? Now we're going to substitute. What are we going to put on the top? Tyler, what are we going to put on the top? Very good, babe. What are we going to put on the bottom? Addison Jessup? What goes on the bottom, babe? Excellent. Okay, very, very good. So now we're going to simplify. When we simplify Jackson, what does that give us on the top? Negative 18. Excellent job. What does that give us on the bottom, Kevin? Not quite. Remember, minus a negative is plus a positive. Very good. Excellent job. And as long as it's reduced, then this is your answer. This is reduced. There's not a number that will go into both 18 and 13 evenly with no remainder. So that is a reduced improper fraction. Questions about number 14? Okay. Number 16. Does anybody need me to pause here? Okay, so in 16, we have these two ordered pairs. We label x1, y1, x2, y2. First point, second point. We write the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Please don't forget to write the formula each time. Now we're going to substitute and put the numbers on the top. The numbers, Natalie, what numbers did we put on the top? What minus what? Very good. 12 minus a negative 18. And then what do we put on the bottom, Keegan? Very good. 11 minus 12. Okay, so when we simplify, Hunter, what goes on the top when we simplify? Okay, very good. 30. And what goes on the bottom, Jamarius? Aaron? What goes on the bottom? So sad, Jesus. All right, so good grief. So when we simplify, what does that give us? What does that give us? Anybody? -30. Very good. Thank you. Great job. All right. Any questions about that?